Greetings and salutations, YouTube. This is Fragments of Memory, aka your friendly neighborhood armchair philosopher. I'm going to do a video response to a YouTuber by the name of yoliciousone. She did a response to my video bashing or legit criticism. It was sort of a response rant. It was titled "Number 40" with the pound sign and the number 40. Now, thank you for your compliments of me. Thank you for your response, yoliciousone. Thank you very much. Now, in my video, my question wasn't necessarily directed towards simply women. It was directed to both men and women. I have been looking at things in the so-called black sector of YouTube, and the nature of my vid was more philosophical than it was attacking solely women or solely men. You did talk about, when I talked about the moral grandstanding and all of that, because I re-listened to my video just to make sure I wasn't saying anything or just saying anything that was beyond the pale or disrespectful, of course. Pardon me. I was merely going, why do we come at people like this, especially in the black sector? But this could apply to any race too. Now, some of the things you said, I will say this. I'll agree with you. It is tragic what has been happening to black women as far as fatherless homes and having to raise the children by themselves. That is an unfortunate and tragic thing. And very often on my own vids, I've even said, abstinence is the best policy, but if you're going to engage in those acts, in the act of sex, you better make sure you protect yourself. Both men and women, not just men, but both sides need to do this. Culture. You spoke on culture, and I liked your saying about how culture is created by men. I'm looking at my notes here. That's why I'm looking down. Culture is created by men, and women perpetuate that culture. I can see that. However, when it comes to black, Afro-American, American Negro, Hebrew Israelite, Fahami Islamite, Moorish, whatever you want to call yourself, we are the result of chattel slavery, redlining, black codes, Jim Crow, segregation. So collectively, in previous years and even today, we as black people, Hebrew Israelite, African American, whatever you want to call yourself, still experience things in housing segregation and job segregation, and the median income, as many statistics bear out, show that a black man with a college degree will not be hired as fast as the white guy who may have gotten out of jail. We also look at the fact that many black people, just based on, let's say, how we name our children can have job discrimination based on their name, where Michael Smith will have his application looked at. Leroy Jenkins may not. And that's something else I want to put out there. Now, it is highly unfortunate that women are raped, that women are being sold into sex trafficking rings. I think that's disgusting and deplorable. But I don't think my video was going really that far. I was just speaking about just the day-to-day relational dynamics of black men and black women. Excuse me. I wasn't really trying to say, oh, black men are more moral or black women are more moral. I think that is atrocious. Any man who would do that is a sick and depraved and demonic individual. So back to the culture thing. I will remind you, and that's another good topic. Is culture just something brought up out of the blue? Is culture just something that we can create all willy-nilly just out of thin air? No. Culture is not created in a vacuum. Culture is the result of traditions, languages, and customs passed over generations. And then, of course, as men, It is, I believe, culture, and just based on the definition, it is it is man's way of responding to his environment. It is man's way of how he responds to that environment. So, based on the environment we have in the United States, what type of viable culture could be created from what we're working with here in the United States? I don't mean from a financial perspective, I just mean from a cultural and social perspective. Finances can come into play, but even rich black people don't create a beautiful culture within the black community. Usually, when a black person gets on, as they say, we've already vacated the community, we don't stay. Now, I've heard that sentiment before, and I felt it myself that the so called black community or collective or amalgam is basically it's the Hindenburg, it's the Titanic. I got you. I got you. Now, so I think I was only responding to what I've been seeing lately. I mean, I'm subscribed to some of the men and women within the so-called black YouTube sector because I would like to have a plethora of perspectives, and in my own personal life, I wasn't the type of man who was taught to make a baby and then abandon it. I wasn't taught go out here and steal from someone or kill someone. So a lot of that to me is already foreign. So when I hear about this stuff happening, part of me goes, "This is all make believe," but obviously it's not. And then another part of me goes, "Well, wow, what happened to them?" And I think that for me, even if the black community sinks and I'm not near it, I would pose the question to you: where could I go where I could find acceptance? Or am I just to be a nomad? But again, I want to thank you for your video response. I really think that I just thank you for your compliments of me. I just thank you for a response. Peace, be easy like Sunday morning. Thank you once again. Have a good one.